Here's a wonderful example of completely missing the whole fucking point. This BM Eclipse says bodybuilders and power lifters, 2 words both times, who have to keep stopping for breathers while moving locations or navigating steep terrain isn't much use.
Because that happens all the time, right?
This guy doesn't understand anything.
Yeah. That's a pretty common. That's a pretty common attempt by people. They'll point to somebody and say, "Well, look how many big jacked guys drop out of this selection." Mm-hmm. But that's not what anybody's saying.
No,
that's not what anybody's saying. Nobody's saying
what we're saying.
Nobody's saying you're going to take a 280-pound lineman and just assume that he's going to be the best guy at everything. Always, it's just.
I believe is that a straw man argument? Is that what that is?
In fact, that's what we're saying. And if you want to intentionally misconstrue that, go do it somewhere else, because we're having a serious discussion here, and you are a stupid motherfucker. All right.
You'd also have to assume that no football player, no bodybuilder has ever passed a Navy SEAL selection or a Special Force. So that's not true either.
Except that's not true because I know 2 or 3 of them.
Right, exactly right.
I've worked with the Special Forces a couple of times. I've been out there for a week of training, and it's amazing how many college football players are in U.S. military Special Forces. That's where they get the best physical specimens for this kind of thing.
Because anytime you go through a selection, that's what's happening. You're selecting people for physical, mental, and emotional capability.
That's right.
So physical capability includes being real fucking strong and real fucking big.
Yes.
Maybe not necessarily real big, but real strong, at least, right?
But real strong.
Yeah.
Real strong. And, I mean, if a guy's 5'8", at the kind of strength that we're talking about, he's going to be 220.
And if there are people who can't just crush every single PT test in those units and in those roles, they are the exception.
Yes.
And they're there because of some other exceptional capability, right?
You're not going to take a guy that's 220 and who is an athlete, who is a capable young man, and say, okay, you're going to go through the selection process. In the selection process, there's going to be multiple grueling marches and runs, 6, 7, 8 miles when you're dead dog tired, and he's just going to go, well, I'm not going to train for that at all. I'm just, I got a 550-pound squat. That's all I need. They're athletes. They're going to know how to train for this thing, and they're not going to say, well, I guess I need to lose 50 pounds.
Well,
he's not going to say that.
But more importantly, what we're trying to get accomplished here is to change the decision-making process of the people that would have these guys run 8 miles. Running 8 miles in kit is what you do when you have to. And if you're strong, you can. But doing it in training is counterproductive. It's counterproductive because a guy that's strong, a guy that's squatting 500, can already do that if he has to. But if you make him do it every week, do you not understand where injuries come from? This week on Starting Strength Radio, we are going to discuss some topics that are related to our video that came out a while back about the Department of Defense, the Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, using our quote from Strong Enough for a promo for what he thinks the military needs to be headed in the direction of. This is strong people are harder to kill. And the video showed a guy doing a heavy deadlift, and that's good. And so we're going to discuss that. We're going to discuss your reactions to that and my reaction to your reactions to that. And that is coming up next, right here on Starting Strength Radio.